warm inside that suit. They're going to dial up the heat on these archers coming out right now for the bronze medal match, the men's bronze medal match. And here we go. Peter Elzinga from the Netherlands, who really gave Pierre-Julien Deloche a run for the money before falling in their semifinal match. Peter Elzinga. Took Pierre-Julien Deloche to the shoot-off. It was 146 all after the first 15 arrows, and then both shot 9s, Peter and Pierre. Pierre is just a little bit closer to the center, and so it is Elzinga who winds up in the bronze medal match against Reo Wilde of the United States, who saw his teammate Bridger Deaton come from behind and pass him, and sends Reo to the bronze medal match. Bridger Deaton going on to the gold medal match. So Reo Wilde and Peter Elzinga squaring off here in Switzerland for the bronze medal. By the way, in Medellin, Reo Wilde won the bronze medal down there. He did lose to Peter Elzinga in the semifinals. That's how he wound up in that bronze medal match. So these two have some history. They've been up against each other before. And in fact, if my memory serves me correctly, I believe that Peter and Reo met in 2006. They did, in fact, 2006 in the World Cup gold medal match in Mexico. That time, it was Reo coming out on top, Reo getting the gold, Peter settling for silver. Here they'll go for the bronze, and only one will go home with a medal. So Reo and Peter.
Does it have a number 4 on it?
Third match of the day for both of these gentlemen. And Reo holding it for a long time at full draw. Starts off with a 9. And Elzinga immediately takes a 1-point lead.
Peter has just a draw length of 66 centimeters, which is quite short. For sure, he's not a tall man, but it's a very short draw length. So it's due to the alignment of his body. As we can see, the bow shoulder here, it seems quite right, you know, not aligned with the other shoulder.
Wavered just a little bit. And settles for a 9 on that shot.
Go ahead.
So Reo seems to be back into his groove.
Yeah, we see here he's leaning his head towards the toes. That means he's reaching the string, which is not a good way to set up, properly set up the body. And of course, there is a lateral deviation.
Both of these archers trying to salvage this trip to Switzerland. If you get to that gold medal match, you know you're going home with a medal one way or the other. But in this bronze medal match, some have argued there's even more pressure because if you lose, you go home empty-handed.
For sure. So you see, Peter is quite short. And his form is
He's pretty tall in my eyes, though, when it comes to archery.
Yeah. His form is such that he reduces the draw. It's good clearance, of course, for the string. But body alignment is not so good, but he compensates very well, technically and physically.
Peter was in the bronze medal match 2 years in Tokyo, but he lost the bronze medal that time to Julio Ricardo Fierro of Mexico. Doesn't want to see that happen again today. But he'll have to beat Reo Wilde to grab that bronze medal away.
Peter shot with a very good pace this arrow.
Reo had that 1 point lead after the first end, maintains the 1 point lead as we start the second end.
I think Peter should keep this good pace at shame, because if he can keep this good this speed, rhythm, fast rhythm, since Reo holds a long time, he will have short rest and can become tired. But can he?
The Badger buckling down, now leading by 2, 49-47.
Actually, this kind of rhythm he should keep.
Peter putting another one back into the middle. Plenty of time for Reo Wilde.
7.
This is a string at the corner of the mouth. Very nice.
10-10-10. Does it again. The 10 machine, Reo Wilde. 20 years of international competition. Comes from that great family that you and I have talked about already today. Reo Wilde, son of D. Wilde.
With several clean matches over the past.
D, a great archer in his day. Still a great archer. I'll probably hear about that when I get back home. I'll be reminded of that. And Logan, of course. Terrific archer. In fact, it's fun to watch the two brothers compete against each other.
Yeah, we saw this several times. It's nice. And D, the father, was the first compound archer, first archer even in the world, winning the World Indoor and World Outdoor Champions the same year in '97.
And now Reo Wilde continuing on.
Yeah.
59-57, Reo Wilde leading as we go to the third end.
Set the form with a lot of control, no rush. Very good.
Elzinga deep in thought right now as Reo draws it back, lets it fly, and gets what he wants. Bags another 10.
Most of his 10 are well grouped, a little low in the 10, as he did in the previous match.
Quick release by Elzinga.
It's not so grouped, but they are 10.
10.
And you can see what Pascal's been talking about, the lean by Reo Wilde as he leans back on that shot. And that time he...
It was a risk. He is grouping his arrow over the previous match and this match low, and if it is a little low, well, it's a 9. What happened for
9,9, ja. Net
for Reo? He should sight, adjust the sight to group at the proper height, not below the 10. You see, no one arrow is above. All arrows are good height or low. So the sight is not properly set.
So after 9 arrows, 88 points posted by Reo Wilde.
This is what he said. When I release, I move my arm up to compensate because he felt the arrow going down. But it's not the way of doing. The way of doing is just to sight properly and release properly, not to compensate with a move upon release.
Both of these archers having to shrug off the losses that they suffered in their semifinal matches, come back and get fired up again to compete for the bronze medal. Obviously some disappointment for both of them not being in that gold medal match, but coming out and competing hard here in the bronze medal match.
Yeah. You move it up. Good compensation. It paid back.
The strong man muscling it back in. 88-86.
It shows that he was very focused here and now. He felt upon release that he was low. This is good. A good sign. He's mentally here and now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Little long, eh?
Strays off into the 9 ring, wide to the right. Leaked outside just a little bit, so the lead is down to 1.
Yeah, Reo's best shot are around 8 or 7 seconds, not 6. 6 is too long for him.
Peter's second shot of this end drifts low. So a chance to go back up by 2.
It's one too fast, one too slow, one too fast. Some adjustments are needed.
And the lead stays at 1. That target 50 meters away.
9.
It's not enough grouped. There's a lack of accuracy. He can do better. He shows us he can do better. We see the string right at the corner of the mouse, which is quite typical in compound archery.
Going for the
5.
2-point lead, and he gets it.
Long, long, long. Why is so long?
Let's see what Peter Elzinga's second arrow.
Maybe the mind is working too much.
But it pays off for Reo Wilde. Comes up with a 10, goes back up by 2, 116 to 114. And so Reo Wilde with the advantage. He's led from the start. Led by 1 point after the first end, 2 points after the second end and the third end, and now the fourth end.
Due to the excellent weather, with so few wind, we could have expected a better match between these two famous archers.
And we're coming into the final 3 arrows.
The final chapter yet to be written right here. Of course, Reo had a 1-point lead over Bridger Deaton going to the 5th and final end of their semifinal match, only to see Bridger Deaton come back and win by 1. So, as I said, the final chapter is yet to be written.
Has to be written, yes.
We shall see. Well, we shall see.
Peter.
Elzinga trying to keep hope alive.
Setting up a bit fast, but okay. Stable. Good.
Steady, yes.
Good.
Solid as a rock.
Well, we see the string pressing
10,
on
9,
all the body.
8.
10.
Caught that line.
Good height, finally.
2-point lead, 2 shots to go.
Normally it's okay, but wait and see.
Ja, zeker jongen. Daar zijn ze.
Peter fighting right down to the very end.
I would be surprised if Reo shoot again a 8
10,
as he did in the
9,
previous match.
8, 7.
10, okay.
Learned his lesson. And Reo Wilde is 1 shot away from winning the bronze medal.
And sighting is better. Previous arrow was at the proper height, even a little high. Oh, nice.
What a great group.
Ah, yes.
What a great group by Peter Elzinga. What a great competitor.
Congratulations. Yeah, very good.
Putting up a strong fight, even though he was down by 2.
Never
Ja,
give
maar
up,
dit was
Peter.
even een tijdje.
For the bronze. And there it is. Bronze goes to Reo Wilde of the United States, the pride of Pocatello, Idaho. Bringing back a medal from the World Cup finals. He wanted the gold, but if he couldn't get that, certainly didn't want to go home empty-handed, and he will not have to. He gets the bronze medal, so congratulations to the Wild man, Reo Wilde, who comes up with the victory. Got just what he needed on that last shot, and Reo Wilde, with 3 10s in the final end, posts a score of 30 in the 5th end and wins it by 2, 146 to 144.
Well, we could have expected both above 146. But maybe the pressure, you know what happened. A match, we never know what could happen. The pressure can force a bit the results, keep the results a bit low compared to usually.
I think Peter Elzinga will probably look back at that first end when he had a pair of 9s, and the 4th end when he had a pair of 9s.
But you saw until the end, he never gave up. He finished with a 30 point. Yeah, he's a tough competitor.
battled Reo Wilde right down to the final arrow. But Reo finally